Good morning, good morning, good morning. I am feeling 80% fully rested. I needed to, well, I didn't need to, but I went to visit my Korean homegirls in Seattle again. I've been up and down to Seattle like 5 times in the last 3 weeks. I'm nuts. Every time I go there, we go ape shit. And the three of us does not know how to say no. So we be fucked up the whole weekend. Oh. And now I feel rested. I think. I'm all delusional. Got a nice little downtrend in London. Puts us at the bottom of the day. Looks like the low of our day. So we might be bottoming out here just to pop right back up. Possibly. Yesterday, if you guys look at that, Friday, right? My entry from the bottom of the day, and then price stays above perp the entire day, pretty much. Damn, price really be just respecting perp some of these days. I might have to like just fucking ride the whole thing out. Just trade at a lower lot size and ride the whole bitch out. I usually don't because I'm trading at a decent lot size, but maybe I should. I just don't want to be on the chart all day. Good energy. We should be having some news. So the last gold zone movement was rejection of P. Previous day low is our S1. We got some volume to the downside right now. This is opening candle. Opening candle pushing into the low of our current day. So that's something I want to be careful. Price possibly bouncing up from right here. We got that downtrend during London. Downtrend on both big indices. Nas is kind of supporting here. US30 is supporting. It's pushing up but supporting. So it's kind of, what's difficult is we usually would be leaving in the normal gold zone to gold zone push, right? P down to S1, because that was the last gold zone movement, was the rejection of P. So we'd expect price to come down to S1, but we are supporting on the low of the current day. So that's kind of what we need to be patient, is to see, are we breaking the low of today and coming down to S1, finishing the normal gold zone push, or would we get above perp downtrend line and support off of the low of the day right now? Kinda currently looking like we're supporting here. Nasdaq's giving us a big push off of its P gold zone. And then Valerie, just letting you know your mic is off of mute, so just in case you don't want us to hear anything, we can definitely hear you. So we got price supporting here. You're good. So support hammer. How much time is left on this candle? 10 seconds. So what we want to be careful for is a fake out here. But that's a pretty big support there. I guess we need to see if it wants to stay above. So let's see if price wants to stay above here. Everything's kind of rejecting their trend lines right now. I guess we just need to see if we are truly supporting this area, or are we faking out the breakout? Are we faking out the breakout? So we do got some volume pushing up here. Almost back to P gold zone already. So the question is, if price stays above perp, are we heading up and through P? Pretty much at P right now. That's that break of that downtrend. Price is pushing up into P right now. Got some good movement into P gold zone. Let's see if we get a break, or is there a possibility that price might bounce? Hard push. Minute left. So once again, the only thing I'm worried about here is the possible fake out to the top and then rejection. But it's nice since we're at the gold zone, because all we got to do is see how price responds to this area. Good volume. So we just need to see if price is going to stay above here. Because the only thing we do know is that we have rejected this area once, right? P gold zone during London, we rejected it once. Price literally just broke a downtrend. So everything's kind of stalling out right here. So got a little bit of rejection here. So this is what I was saying about possible fake out. All I want to see is what price is going to do here. So similar to yesterday, right? Yesterday when I take the buy off the bottom of the day, and then price gets above perp, and then as price gets to the gold zone, it rejects perp. It rejects the gold zone a little bit. Then it comes down, supports off of perp. That might be, something that's happening right now, right? Price is going up to gold zone. Price is coming down to perp.
possible will support off of here, or it might break back down. So that's what I'm worried about here, is I'm worried that price is doing a little rejection, pushing us back down into the downtrend. Current structure is down, and this is the first, support. Nasdaq is pushing up nicely here. Oh, excuse me. So we're kind of stalling out right here. Stalling out. Price right back down to the downtrend and perp. What we got? We got Fed speeches later, right? Yeah, we do have Fed speeches later. Good energy. I don't know what about. So we got US30 pushing back, testing perp right now in the downtrend. This is what I was talking about. Could it be a fake out to the top just to push us right back down, right? And then what would that be? That would be our normal P gold zone rejection coming on down, right? Like I was saying, we already know price rejected P once. This second time could be a real rejection here. 640. Nas is still pushing up. US30 is trying to figure out if it's going to support perp. Who sees the wedge possibly forming? I'm going to ask right now. Who sees the possible wedge forming right now? And tell me the two things that I'd be worried about. What would I be worried about breaking right now? What would be my kicker? What would be my confirmation to see? Both directions. What are the two things I'm looking at right now that we should all be able to see? Somebody give me some answers. What am I looking at? What am I looking at to break the downside? And what am I looking at to break the top side to confirm where I think price might want to go? Golden perp? Does it? Right? Price could possibly just wedge right here in between gold and perp. And that's it. We're just going to wait. Now we're going to wait to see, right? Because initially I thought 630 would be the big break going up. Pushes into P gold zone, rejects. So obviously we know something's not 100% okay with this area. I'll be real, I jumped in at 630. The moment it rejected at 640, I exited. Because it's doing literally that. It's doing literally what I was gonna be afraid of, and it's okay. I got out like $6.80 or something, one contract, right? Um, I'm actually still in it on Nas. I entered it on Nas because it made the same support at open, and Nas is pushing up. So, but I'm not really including Nas with this. I'm just looking at US30. But that's just it. Like, look at it. Price could be rejecting. And why am I scared of this P gold zone area, at least for the buy up? Because during London, we rejected down once. So if this is going to be like the second confirmation, yeah, I can't like blindly hold on to it. Because right now, if I was still in on 630, I'd be floating around in profit barely. But the moment I see rejection at 640, I'm exiting that trade. So even if you're not in it, or even if you're in it from 630, you got to make some executive decisions. The moment you see price rejecting P, you're not holding on to it blindly. Oh, Nas is moving nice. Nas is moving nicely today. So we got rejection here, back on perp, back on the downtrend. You know, is price gonna keep respecting P gold zone and head down back into the downtrend? Will it finish our P to S1 push? Who knows? Right now, there's no decisions that need to be made. Right now, the only decision that needs to be made is patience. Patience is the only thing we need right now. Nas is dangerous though. I've been taking like one lot size contracts with Nas, and it is worth a lot more, even on the mini. I mean, I'm confident, so I'm fine, but yeah, that's why I'm not really pushing Nas on anybody to learn. So we got price here stalling out on perp. Oh, I'm already like, I'm 250 in on Nas. Come on, US30, follow suit. Oh man, fucking Nas is paying my bills this morning. That's all I'm gonna say. US30's over there stalling out. Come on, US30, make up your mind. On my Nas entry, I'm 200 stop loss in profit, floating 280 off of 630's entry on Nas, but Nas is worth so much more. One contract is like, I don't know, $2 or $3 a pip. It's dangerous. Good energy. Well, that's good, because I done spent like $1,000 a day when I was in Seattle. Oh, fuck. I done made some bad, good decisions. So we got price supporting here off of perp. I went to this Japanese restaurant. It was so funny. Just me and my homegirl. And then We were like, it's just the two of us, but we're in there fucking downing bottles of sake. And then I remember I get drunk. I get so fucking drunk. And I was like, just get me the fucking best bottle. Whatever we're drinking, get me the better bottle. And the owner came up to see who the fuck was doing that. And he was like, it's just you two drinking? It's like, yeah. So you guys sure you guys want this? I was like, yes. Wait, like 300 unis? Oh my god. Fucking uni and sake is the fucking best. Uni with like this wagyu fucking strip of meat. Oh, with the quail egg on it. Oh my god. So good. But then the Ubers. Oh shit, the Ubers was like $100 each way. I swear yeah. Oh, good times, good times. That's why now I feel good that my brain feels like it's detoxed. Yesterday, oh, I needed that. I needed that sleep. I just slept all day pretty much. So we got price here on perp. Once again, there's really not much to do. If we're looking at the whole high and the low of the day, we've only moved about, what, 2,000, 3,000 pips? Yep, 2,700. So if price needs to range here to figure out where it wants to break out, we need to let it have its time. Bomba. Oosh, oosh, oosh.
Hey, good morning. A pilot will be sentenced in federal court in Portland today after he tried to shut off a plane's engines mid-flight. In October 2023, Joseph Emerson was an off-duty pilot riding cockpit. The new Status Pro X.
Looking back at the things I've done, I was training to be. Oh my god, I'm craving baka. I need to go get some Vietnamese food today. So I just got tapped out of my NAS entry 200. So both indices are kind of stalling out right here. Made $6 on US30 and 200 on NAS. Come on, US30, what you doing? Are you making an M, pushing us back under perp? Oh shit, it's trash day. I forgot to take my fucking trash out. Damn it! I can hear the garbage trucks. So we got price. Yeah, looking like it's stalling out here. Still on top of perp. It's weird because I have so many friends that went to Vegas this past weekend. I don't know why. Everybody was hitting me up to go to Vegas, and I was like, I'm in Seattle. But then I looked and I was like, yeah, plenty of my friends from Hawaii, plenty of my friends from Portland. I wonder what was going on this weekend. Is there F1? No, none of my friends care about F1. They do! Yes, 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 yes! Pokemon and pickleball is what they fucking are into. Which was it like normal Pokemon or like Pokemon Go? I mean, they play it all, so they nerd out on that shit. Yeah. Okay, that makes sense then. That's probably why I wasn't as excited to go. But these motherfuckers, they all fucking went. And I guess they all kind of knew I didn't really want to go because they didn't say shit until they got there. I was like, where's everybody going? They're like, oh, we're all going to Vegas. I was like, okay, well, I'm going to go to Seattle. That makes sense. It's crazy how Pokemon made such a big comeback. I don't even know how it made a comeback too. It just did. It just did. Yeah, that does make sense because it is, more of my nerdy friends are out there. That's even more of a reason why I was like, why the fuck are you guys all in Vegas right now? You guys don't even do shit like that. But I guess they do. For one weekend. Pokemon! Gotta catch 'em all. Pokemon Vegas this past weekend. Oh yeah, November 15th to the 16th. Large scale events. That's wild. That's wild that when I was young and I would play Pokemon cards, it wasn't as cool. And then all of a sudden it's fucking cool now. Now who the fuck's making these rules up? Who the fuck's saying that it's cool now? You know what it is though? Because I've been doing, I do my random research on things all day, every day. But just like with trading, now that almost everything's a commodity, right? Like Pokemon's only getting bigger now because, it's being profitable now. And it's only being profitable because prices are inflated on all these fucking cards. But I was talking to a friend who went and he plays Pokemon Go, and I was like, you guys are only caring to play again because now it's been commoditized. Like now it's actually worth dumb amounts of money. And I was like, it's a sense of gambling. Like it's the same thing with trading, it's the same thing with gambling. I was like, that's all you guys feel. And I'm like, the guys at the top, all they did was commoditize it, and then all of a sudden everybody's in love with it again. I mean, the same people who love Pokemon are at the top right now with, like, owning them and shit. But I'm like, I don't know if you guys understand what's happening, like, psychologically. Psychologically, that's all it is. They've just commoditized it, and now people, right? Because I'd be watching, like, all these people who sell at the card or whatever, the card shows or whatever events, and they're posting online. I'm like, nobody would give a fuck, but all of a sudden people give a fuck because now the same Generation 1 Charizard goes for fucking $1,200 or some shit. I'm like, that's the only reason. But it is, oh man, we've lost touch. All of what's popular now is all because we've lost touch. We've lost that human connection, and everything is just so digital and loved from afar. Like, that's all. People just crave to watch these videos of people doing things that they wish they could be doing. It's pretty fucking sad. Nobody's out there living life. They were doing a research thing at Yale and Harvard. It was about, how fulfilled people feel right now, and and the sense of fulfillment is at an all-time low, and that is crappy. So we got price still here on perp, trying to fight to get back underneath perp. But yeah, they've just commoditized Pokemon cards. I guess it's always been kind of a commodity, just a low value commodity, but now it's worth money. Which is kind of nuts because people aren't even loving the cards to love the cards, Like, I remember when I liked Pokemon cards, and I still do, but I liked Pokemon cards for the actual Pokemon. Now people just like Pokemon cards because it could possibly make them money. And I'm like, you see what happened? Like, we've been desensitized. We've been desensitized to just be in love with making a profit. Like, people don't even like the card. People just like that the card is worth so much money now. I mean, there are some people out there who are still loving what each Pokemon's about and shit, but because the majority of the cards I be seeing nowadays, I'm like, that's just in Japanese. Like, what? You don't even know what the fuck the card. You don't even know the attacks and shit. Like, you don't even care. You fucking traitor. I'm talking bubbles, but I mean it. It really is. There's no value to the card. It's all just face value of what people are seeing it's worth. And the only reason why I think that's important to realize is because the way things are going to play out in the next like 2 to 3 years, it's going to be based off of all of that. Based off of desensitizing everybody and it purely being on profits. Everybody's kind of everybody's just in survival mode, but it's worse. It's worse now than ever. And it's crazy to think I'm saying that because in my lifetime I've lived through multiple generations. I think if you're a 90 born baby, yeah, we've lived through more generations than the generations after us, and we've lived through more generations than the generations before us. Price here stuck on perp. But I think as long as you're conscious of what's happening, because I have a big a really fucking big project I'm working on with my friend McConan, and it's working. And the reason why investors are throwing money at it is because they realized what I just said. They realized that everything currently is just desensitizing people to only see profits, and the human connection side of things is dead. So if we can pump life back into that, then I think more people will start to be happy. So prices here stuck on perp. Nas made its way back down, kind of rejecting the 500. So I quickly moved stop loss into profit on that as I got closer to the 500. Not only that, like I was telling you guys, it feels like we're in a downtrend. That little support up there at 630 looks like it was just a little fake out to the top. That's exactly what I was saying at the beginning of the day. Is are we gonna fake out the top? And so far, price has only moved about a little under 2,000 pips, right? They're in 630, 2,900, 2,094 pips is what we've moved. And now we're getting this push underneath perp, possibly get us underneath perp, drop down to S1. We'd still have the low of the day, right? 630 was supported off of the low of the day, which was like Asia low at the beginning of the day, literally like the beginning of the day. So for me to believe in the downside, even if perp goes hard under perp, even if price goes hard under perp, we'd still need to worry about this low of the day. But that was a nice little shooting star right here, this last candle. Shooting star worth about 527. 2 wicks to the top. I don't know because this could still be the wedge. So I'm just going to wait. And why am I okay to wait, right? Like, why am I not just jumping into this shooting star here? Well, because I know if we can break, right? If we can break down, first of all, we got to try to see if price is going to break the low of the day. But once that happens, like from this area down to the gold zone, I know there's about 1,500 pips there. So there's money to be made going down if we can break structure. Currently, we're supporting right here, right? So I'm pretty happy that I'm just being patient. I'm just being patient. I've recognized it. Yuzo has pointed it out. We got perp and we got gold zone, right? Price is currently, I don't know if it's a wedge, but price is definitely bouncing around right here. And it's just in between two levels, right? 630's level that we pushed up, and then this level that's right here by the gold zone. So it's 1,000 pips of range that we need to wait for price to break out of. That's all we gotta do. Don't let it bamboozle you. Shit, I'm getting hungry. That's tennism.
we go. Oh God, how good. Never been to Australia around over the bosses. Had to do it. It's not as bad as chemotherapy. Also, there's a list possible on the wall, so I didn't get this up. That's the menu. I'm definitely going to get a something Vegemite and probably a pie. What's it important? Cheese. Tastes like onion. Meat pie. This jar. We've got pie here for $10. I'm going to go for a week, but so. No, I see the end. I'm looking for my water. No, Mikey, where are you going?
Hey guys, here's my outfit for today. It's this cute top I got at Etsy.
What is this whole fucking new trend about quarter zips? Am I old? Am I not fucking with the times? Does anybody know? Can anybody explain to an uncle what the whole trend behind quarter zips are right now? Because I've been wearing quarter zips all my life, looking like a preppy boy, and now it's becoming a thing?
I leave the hedge fund slip.
Oh, look at this. Warren Buffett. The stock market is a device for transferring money from the impatient to the patient. God damn, is that fitting. That is true. So we got price supporting here off of Perp. Where he at though? Where he at though? Where he at though? So possible W being formed here, right? Possible W being formed here. B-A-N-G baby. B-A-N-G baby. Dun 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 da da. Dun 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 da da. La da 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 da. Ra da 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 da. Got some nice volume here, but we're wicking out. I need to take a call. I need to take a call. I need to take a call. I will be right back. I need to take a call. I need to take a call. Ra da 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 da. FaceTime da ra da da. Alright, I'm gonna go on mute real quick. So I'm waiting for price to break out of this area. Still, nothing's changing. I'm back. So we got some volume here off of Perp. Is this the one to break us out? 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 Ra 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 ra. Ra 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 ra. Oh. I'm craving a ham omelet. I bought this nice fat piece of ham the other day. Oh, I've been binge eating ham. I've been binge eating ham and eggs for the past few days. Still stuck here, guys. Still just stuck in between these two levels. I bet I can go cook me an omelet and come back before it breaks. Yin Marie.
With over 2,500 locations, Panda Express is in a league of their own in the Chinese food sector. But every other fast food category, pizza, subs, burgers, fried chicken, has many brands at real scale. But Panda Express is a category of one. No other Chinese food chain comes close. And it turns out, when you look at how Chinese restaurants evolved in America, this dynamic starts to make sense. Because a chain of independents that by design made it unlikely any real chain would rise above it. So the question isn't just why Panda Express has no national competition, it's also how did they succeed in spite of what they were up against. It all starts in the 1850s, the dawn of Chinese restaurants in America. By 1850, the California gold rush was in full swing. It sparked the largest migration in United States history, as people from all over the world flocked west in pursuit of life-changing riches. News of the gold rush reached China, and immigrants flocked to San Francisco, but not to mine gold. They decided to provide services to the miners, chief among them, restaurants, which quickly gained them respect for their work ethic, and their restaurants became popular due to their cheap prices while also serving some of the best food in the city. But as the gold rush wore on and the resources in the gold mines dwindled, the Chinese became a scapegoat, a group to blame for the lack of wealth to be found. This prejudice culminated in 1882 with the Chinese Exclusion Act that suspended immigration of Chinese laborers and declared Chinese immigrants ineligible for US citizenship. This wouldn't be repealed until 1943. And it's in this 60-year period that Chinese immigrants in the US with nowhere to turn, would build what to this day is the strongest decentralized network of restaurant operators in America.
I know too, when I was a kid, whenever we traveled anywhere in the country, there was one Chinese restaurant, or at least one Chinese restaurant in any city of any particular size. Actually, what happened is the Regional Chinese Association basically assigned territories.
Regional associations are the backbone of Chinese restaurants that began forming after the Chinese Exclusion Act. With zero job opportunities, many Chinese immigrants turned to restaurants for income. These regional associations formed so that any aspiring restaurant owner could learn the right recipes, be connected with food suppliers, and most importantly, be guided to the specific town to open in to avoid competing with their fellow countrymen. The result of these associations' prevalence was a network of family-run restaurants that had different branding, but the same exact menu and food. From chop suey to General Tso's, when a dish became popular, it would become standardized throughout the network. By the 1940s, there was already 4,300 independent Chinese restaurants in America, which, to put into perspective, is about the size of Little Caesar's US footprint today. And it's estimated that by the 80s and 90s, this number reached 40 to 50,000, over double the size of Subway's US store count today, triple McDonald's, and 6 times Domino's. And at the same time that Chinese restaurants were booming independently, fast food was having its own gold rush, as many of the biggest food franchises today began expanding rapidly in those 4 decades. But despite the popularity of Chinese food, they missed that wave of franchising, partly because the regional associations functioned almost as an unofficial franchisor, but also the labor model, with dishes cooked fresh to order, made the cuisine appear hard to scale, as these restaurants were typically a full family-run operation. So you had 40,000 plus restaurants, but no national brand, until Panda Express opened in 1983.
Fucking Panda Express!
The owners of Panda Express to this day, they met in the 60s at Baker University. Peggy would get her
You guys got Panda Express in New Zealand?
and a
Yuzo?
PhD in electrical engineering, an education that would prove crucial later on, while Andrew got a job managing his cousin's restaurant. And after discovering his
Tiny though?
local
Isn't
restaurants,
it's not popular there?
In 1973, 9 years later, he opened a second location, the year that everything would change for him and Peggy.
Interesting.
When a real estate developer, Dan Donahue, approached them about converting the Panda Inn into a fast food model for a mall in Glendale, California. Peggy quit her full-time job to help Andrew, and their success in the mall became the blueprint.
It's crazy because the Panda Express owners are like, they're part owners with the Trailblazers now. The Portland Trailblazers basketball team, the NBA. Motherfuckers got money.
The Chipotle format of fast casual a decade early. Next, Peggy used her expertise in software and electronics to build a custom computer system. This functioned as a full-fledged point-of-sale system and data management that tracked everything from inventory, order popularity, customer feedback, and more.
We got rejection here.
We're barely a few years into their journey.
2 minutes stuff on this candle. Still in the range though.
So this computerized system was an incredible feat at that time.
Pushing hard now.
Brand. Never mind a startup one like Panda Express was. And it allowed Panda Express to operate with unmatched efficiency. But the last piece of the puzzle was the magic of malls. Malls were booming in the 80s and 90s. Not only did they insulate Panda Express from the independent Chinese restaurants, but the foot traffic dramatically lowered their marketing costs to acquire
Big volume.
customers. Within a few decades, they had 600 locations, most of which were inside of malls. They had ridden this mall wave perfectly to gain the brand recognition needed to grow into a
Pushing us
true
back into the
national
downtrend.
Chinese food chain. And they had no problem transitioning into freestanding locations, which today accounts for 98% of their 2,500 stores. The Churng's operational prowess has led to these stores being amongst the highest performers in all of fast food. But given how Panda Express initially gained their foothold and the level of competition from independent Chinese restaurants, it's no surprise that there's no other national chain. Between the P.F. Chang Shang-owned Payway, and a few small regional players. No one is close because no one can replicate the circumstances that enabled Panda Express to become successful in the first place. But that hasn't stopped major restaurant brands from trying over the years. Darden, the owner of Olive Garden, launched China Coast in 1990. Brinker, the owner of Chili's, opened 18 locations of Big Bowl in the early 2000s. Even Ruby Tuesdays, at their peak, tried scaling a brand called Wok Hey. All of them failed. Because the reality is, you're not just competing with Panda Express in this category. You're up against 50,000 Chinese restaurants who may have different names, but they're serving up the exact same orange chicken, General Tso's, and more. If you enjoyed this video, subscribe for more like it. And if you're interested in franchise ownership yourself, get in touch via our website.
So we got first big candle pushing us back into the downtrend, and perp. Still need to break the low of the day to drop though. And that's like the first candle that kind of puts us outside of the wedge, or at least that level to level ranging. What was once looking like a possible W is now turning into just price falling off. I was looking at the what is it called? The military industrial complex. Are you guys familiar with that shit? If you guys are familiar with the military industrial complex, you will understand why the business of war is so huge. I have an auntie that used to work for I don't know what she did, but she used to come up with algorithms and fix the algorithms for the Secret Service. But I was talking to her on Friday. I was talking to her, but I was cause she knows I love random information. And she's retired already from doing that. But I was asking her why is war such, a profitable business that we're still the forefront. And I didn't realize, like, yeah, in what is it, like 1961, Eisenhower talked about it, the military industrial complex, and it's just like the relationship between, pretty much the three things that run the world. That's nation's military, the arms industry, which is like DoD, private contractors, Department of Defense, and then political leadership, which is like politicians. And it's just one big triangle of like money flowing into the other person's hands, like the politicians give money to the military. No, is it the other way around? The politicians give money. Yeah, politicians give money to the military. The military pays DoD and private contractors. And DoD and private contractors then support politicians. And then the politicians, give the money back to the military. And then once again, military gives money back to the DoD and private contractors. And that's how they're able to, like, have so much influence over everything. And that's why, like, war is such a lucrative thing. Because I was asking her why politicians
why are they okay with war even though they say they're not? So we got price pushing down into the low of the day, which is nice. See if we get the break here. But why are politicians, because everybody's always getting lied to, right? I might get censored again today. But why do the politicians always talk about no war even though they're the ones funding it? She was like, how the fuck do you know that? I was like, I just follow the money, auntie. Like, like follow the money. Where does the money go? And she was like, yeah. They coined it the military-industrial complex. And that is just that triangle of money being pushed into other hand. And it's crazy because at this point, there's no way that it's ever going to stop or get better. Like, war is never going to get better. And a lot of it is because, well, our military is gigantic, but also because we have such a large military and we have so much money, we're able to have proxy wars, right? And I've talked about proxy wars a little bit before in the past, but a proxy war is just us, like, supporting another war in favor of our own agenda. Like, that's all it is, right? So even, like, all this shit with Ukraine and Russia, or all this shit that's going on with the Palestine shit, we're supporting it in hopes that one side wins so that we can get benefits from whatever the fuck they've agreed on. But that's just it, is the politicians need to keep the military fluffed up, right? We need to always have a strong military so that the rest of the world is afraid of us. The military needs to have a way to get rid of money and pay and make it look like they're a profitable business. So they give money to the DOD and these private contractors. But what's also fucked up is back in the day there used to be hundreds and hundreds of private contractors, like Lockheed Martin, like they make all like crazy fucking industrial military shit. Lockheed Martin, Boeing, all these fucking private contractors that go out and, well, it's what all these movies are based on, these military type shit movies. But they give them money so that they can stay innovative, and then, well, those people need the politicians, right? So then everybody needs each other, and it's just one big triangle. We got price pushing down here into the low of the day. Let's see if we can break. And yeah, and they'll never stop, because when there was, I don't know how many there was like 50 something private contractors in the sector way back in the day, and then they were like, okay, we need to consolidate that, and they consolidated it into 5, and that's why there's only like Lockheed Martin and all these fucking BlackRock and shit like that. Even Pfizer, believe it or not, Pfizer is huge, and they support a lot of military and political shit. And it makes sense, because even like during COVID, I'm like, how are these guys having a stock price that is so fucking high? Like, yeah, they are trying to come up with a cure and shit, but it's inflated. Anytime something's inflated, I'm always like obsessed with understanding why it's inflated. And yeah, that's just it. Like, they consolidated like 50 different businesses into 5. So that's why now, like, the same Stinger missile 100 years ago, or even 50 years ago, the same Stinger missile 50 years ago was only like $4,000. And when we gave all those fucking Stinger missiles to Ukraine, it was $400,000 a piece. And it's $400,000 a piece because of the consolidation. And what they did was they when you won the contract for whatever it was, like let's say Ed's private contractor business wins the contract for the Stinger missiles, like to make it is like a perpetual contract that I will always be the person that sells it and makes it and maintains it. And you also have to buy everything through me. So even like for the F-35, the reason why the F-35 fighter jets are not a lot of them are being made is because it is so expensive to maintain them, because they're forced to buy the parts and maintain it through the company that made the F-35s. And it's just one big monopoly. One big ass game of Monopoly that they fucking... Oh, that shit is crazy because... like, making money is not that hard. You just have to monopolize everything. And that's why, that's why when everybody votes, I'm like, oh, I hope you guys know exactly what you're doing. So we got price here bouncing off the low of the day. Maybe we're not ready to go down. But yeah, when you understand how how for profit and for war every single politician is ever, and once you understand this military industrial complex, you will understand why war will never stop. And especially with America. Like, America will never stop supporting other people's wars. It's kind of sick. You know, like, it's kind of sick that America be fucking other people up for our own agenda. And I only say our because, well, I am an American citizen, so it's crazy though. Politicians paying the military paying DOD and private contractors then giving money back to politicians. And that's why even like on the smaller level, like, the politicians can't fucking say shit, because then they'll lose all the money. Nobody will fund them. So we got a big support here off of the low of the day. This is pretty much 630's wick to the bottom. This previous candle 740 was pretty much the same support to the low of the day here. So we're pushing back into perp. But yeah, you want to know why we're all broke? It's because all the money is in the military's hands, in our politicians' hands, and they keep giving it to each other, which makes sense. Because even like with AI, if you think about what's happening with AI, and all these big companies at the top right now, they're just literally passing money back and forth to each other, making it look like money's being made. But it's nuts because 3 years ago when Trump first got into office, he incentivized companies to put money offshore. And I have one bank in Ireland that I have money, believe it or not. I have a bank in Ireland that I have money in. And I was wondering, because I was talking to them, and they were like, yeah, a lot of companies from America are funneling money into Ireland bank accounts. And of course there was tax incentives to put in money into this Ireland, economy 2 or 3 years ago. Like, literally there was loopholes and tax incentives for really large companies to put money offshore. And then what did that do? It made the economy look like it was less. So that's when everybody was kind of like mad at Trump and shit like that. And then this past year, he's now making incentives to bring back a lot of that cash on hand back into the States. And now it's looking like he's, it's making him look like he's bringing the economy back up. But it's just money that he pushed out that is now coming back in, and everybody's like, oh, he's doing so good. I'm like, no, he's just bringing back the money that he told everybody, he incentivized everybody to put their money offshore. And now all that money's being funneled back into America. And now it's making it look like it's all just fluff. Ah, it's all just fluff, man. When you guys have seen what I've seen, I have too much time to go down the rabbit hole. I go down the rabbit hole and I get deep. I get deep. But yeah, there's so much money being funneled back into America right now. And it's making everything look way better than it really is. And it's all just the same money. The same money that was there 2 or 3 years ago. But you know, now that I think about it, it doesn't sound that crazy. It doesn't. Because even when George Floyd stuff happened here in Portland, and everything was getting fucking shut down and burned to a crisp, right? Our what is that? Our courthouse got burnt down and shit, and I was asking a friend who's a developer, and I was like, what the fuck's going on? He was like, Ed, if you were at the top and you wanted to push everybody out and you wanted to drop the value of some place, what's the easiest way to do that? What's the easiest and cheapest way to do that? And that was when I realized, and I had this conversation a long time ago with them, but that was when I was like, oh shit, you guys really be fucking people up for your guys' own agenda. It was like, hey, it's a business. I was like, yeah, I get it. But he was like, yeah, why do you think, what's the easiest way in a country that we have divided everybody from the beginning of time? What is the easiest way to cause some chaos and not pay for it? And I was like, turn everybody against each other. And that's all they did. They turned everybody against each other in Portland. They funneled everybody into Portland, caused a big ruckus. Because during that George Floyd years, like those 2 to 3 years, like 45% of people that living in downtown Portland had moved out. And I was like, holy shit, you guys are right. You guys are powerful. You guys aren't even spending any money. All you guys did was get everybody mad and have Portland be the fucking headquarters of it. And just fuck up. Because he'd always tell me, he'd be like, look at how many cranes are still up in Portland. Look how many cranes are still up in Portland. And I was like, what does that mean? It was like, Ed, who can afford to have those cranes up? The developers, the people at the top. I was like, makes sense. Because I was like, yeah, even though everything was going to shit, there was still a shitload of cranes up, and there was still a shitload of development. That was when Ritz-Carlton broke grounds. Like, it makes so much sense. Yeah, it's insane. Imagine you have enough power to conduct massive chaos like that, just so that you can bring the cost of everything down, so that you can then buy it all up or renovate, and then hopefully reap the rewards. The only problem with Portland right now is that they pushed everybody out. They pushed money into Portland, but now they can't get people back into Portland. And that's why Portland seems so dead right now. As for like business, they didn't think, I don't know if they thought that far, which is interesting because you would think they would have thought that far, but I guess Portland is a different animal. Sometimes I feel like Portland's not even a part of America because they kind of just let Portland be its own little fucking guinea pig. So we got price here stuck at the bottom of the day, stuck on perp, right underneath it. But yeah, don't be fooled. Don't be fooled. The guys at the top are always eating, and their influence and power goes so far. That's why I was having another conversation with another friend that owns a Korean barbecue spot, and they were asking me like, Ed, how do you have these friends, and how are you okay with being friends with them? I was like, if you are not non-biased to everything, you're gonna be suffering. I feel like it's okay if you're not non-biased and you're still educated and you understand what's going on. But for the majority of people that don't quite understand as much as I understand, and then they're biased, I'm like, that's where it's gonna suck. Because you're not gonna understand why life feels so shitty. It's just gonna feel shitty. Like, because I see it. I see it for my friends and my family. I'm like, everything feels so fucking shitty right now, but it's only because you don't quite understand what's going on. I mean, just like with, it's just like this wedge right now, right? It's just like this range. Like, knowing that we are inside of this range means that we don't need to panic and wait for it to break out. But how many people panic while we're in the range and just fuck shit up, right? We're kind of like just sitting on our high horse, watching all of this chaos play out, knowing that we're going to capitalize the moment that price breaks out. It's crazy. We're doing the same thing. We are doing the same thing as all of the higher powers do, just on a much smaller scale. But yeah, why am I always going to have political friends and friends of power? Because you have to. You have to, so you can understand what's going on in this world. Price rejecting here. Will price stay underneath perp? Everything is kind of dead right now. If price doesn't pop off by like 8:15, I'm going to call it a day. I still only have that one entry at 6.30 for about $6-7 on US30. And then I have $200 from a Nas entry there at 6.30 as well. But price is going pretty sideways right now on both indices. Price is underneath perp, so I would expect this to slowly trickle down. But it's still one of those things where we need to let it make its decision before we assume. We are not assuming it's dropping. We are not assuming it's climbing. But we do need for it to tell us what it wants to do.
Just like so. Okay, that's what we're trying to improve right now. Okay? Just like so. Okay, that's what we're trying to improve right now. Okay? Just like so.
Switch kick. Boop, bop, bop.
Okay, that's what we're trying to improve right now. Okay?
Oh, come on.
Jeff Bezos, he created a bookstore, now he sells everything to...
Oh, come on.
Why? Oh no.
I'm not whining, just a bad call.
David, I'm not talking about you. Just spill wine, man. My wife is gonna kill me.
What are you going for? Sharks laying force.
Oh my. Now what? David, I think you just saved my marriage.
You're welcome, Kev.
Do it again.
Everyone. No, every industry.
Good energy.
6-year-old and a 4-year-old.
Morning, Ann. And me?
Yeah, that's it.
Right. Put this in the outgoing mail. It's important.
I gotta take this. I need to take this call real quick.
Looking like we're breaking out. Looking like we're breaking out. So we got price breaking the bottom here. Finally. Finally. I'm floating in profit about 200. I'm probably going to move stop loss into profit here. Might get a little support here before we bounce back down, so I'm gonna give it a moment here. The only thing I'm worried about is just like when we break certain areas, possible BRC type of things. I'm gonna give it a moment to let it figure out what it wants to do here as it finally broke out. See if we get our normal P to S1 push here. We got price breaking the bottom here. Finally. I'm floating in profit about 200. Probably gonna move. Oh, this is looking good. So now, stop loss. Now that we're kind of making a decision here, I'm floating a profit 267, 270. Now I'm going to move my stop loss into profit a solid like. We'll go a solid 250 into profit. Actually, where is the level is? The level's probably about 150. So I'm going to go 150 in profit. So I'm stop loss 155 in profit, floating in profit 300. Let's see if we can get this pushed down to S1. We've been waiting nice and patiently, so let's see if we can get that pushed down there right now. Good shit today. All we had to do was wait for the break. That we're kind of making a decision here. I'm floating in profit 267, 270. Now I'm going to move my stop loss into profit a solid like. We'll go a solid 250 into profit. Actually, where is the level? Good drop here. Come on. Just get the drop. Get me level to level. Get me level to level. There you go. Come on. We're getting close to this level, so as we approach this level, I'm probably going to start moving my stop loss more into profit, just because we'll be creeping up on the previous day's low. Nice. Let's fucking go. Pushing into profit about 400, so we're getting closer to this next level. I'm going to be moving my stop loss more into profit here because I don't want a support of previous day low. I'm gonna go about we'll go right there, 366.50 in profit, floating in profit 425. Oh my god, what a good fucking Monday. What a good Monday. Let's see if we can get this full drop down to the next level. Next level is the previous day low. That's why I moved stop loss into profit a little bit more here. If price wants to tap me out, so be it. Gucci. Fucking Gucci. I'm gonna move this a solid 400. 411.50 in profit. Let's get that final push down to the next level. I'm 450, 480 in profit. Floating stop losses in profit 411. So, oh, what a good day. This is a good fucking day. Let's go Monday. Pushing into profit about 400. So we're getting closer to this next level. I'm going to be moving my stop loss more into profit here because I don't. So price is creeping up on the level right now. I'm 560 floating in profit. Stop loss is going to go a full 500 into profit. Off of this one single entry, this would have been $1,500 today, not including my first entry. So I'm going to be making close to 2 G's today. Depending on where this goes to S1 gold zone. Oh, I'm already 600. Oh, that's fucking $1,800 on this single entry. And I exit. I'm good. I'm good. I'm good, guys. I'm fucking good. I am really fucking good. So price is creeping up on the level right now. I'm 560 floating in profit. Stop loss is gonna go a full 500 into profit. Off of this one. 21.54 today. I'm gonna be making close to 2 G's today. Oh my god! $1,800 on this single entry. Oh, lordy, lordy. Mr. Sir, can I get some more biscuits? Oh, 755. I think it was. I wanted to get in at 745, but I didn't want to take the sell until it gave us a little bit more like confirmation that it wanted to come down. So 755, and then I entered in at what, 805 as price was breaking. That's what we were waiting for, guys. That's what we were waiting for. One contract, 755, added to it, 805. God damn it. Whew. Whew. God. I will forever trip out on how we do this. It's not rocket science, guys. It's freaking bullshit. It's all just bullshit. I love it. I fucking love it. Let's see here. And look at that. We got that support right there. Oh my god, I'm glad I exited. Oh, I'm glad I took the most out of that move. I took the most out of that move. Where is wow. Wowzers. That's all I'm going to say is wowzers. What was today? November 17th, right? I'll never get over that this is what I do. I'll never get over that this is what I do. I just made up all the money that I spent this past weekend. Oh, jeez. Thank God. Oh, thank God. That was kind of my goal. I spent about $1,000 a day. Roger that. Quick nap, baby. Get it in. That was it, guys. That was it. We called it out the entire day from the beginning. We made sure that we didn't get the fake out to the top. We waited patiently for a price to wedge and break. Price gets underneath perp. It breaks the bottom of the day. And then we drop. Normal P gold zone to S1 movement. Simple. Simple. Remember, there's always going to be like one candle that speaks to us. That one candle today was 805. That's it. That thing is just staring at us. Ooh. It's 822. That's exactly what I was waiting for. I was waiting for a price to hopefully give us that push at 810, 815. That is exactly what we got for today. Oh my God, it's fucking amazing. I just received that, Valerie. I'm gonna update you now. Dun, 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 dun. Dot cross. Remember, expect nothing, guys. When you guys are looking at these charts, just literally expect nothing. Expect nothing, and the chart is gonna speak to you when you're not expecting anything from it. That's all I do every morning. Just get on, expect nothing. Don't apologize. Never. I understand life happens. I just appreciate everybody always communicating because I'm human too, so I understand. Let's see, levels here. I don't need levels on that one. You give your if you give your trading view a refresh, it should have updated already. So I look at that. Price is supporting up here S1. That's the move, guys. We're out, right? We're out, not holding blindly. We're taking as much as we can, and we're GTFOing. I'll give you guys about 2-3 more minutes. I'm going to be jumping off here at about 8:30. Oh, 5-6 minutes. If anybody has any questions, I need to go make some food, and then I need to get on with my day. I'm going to make a ham omelet. I'm going to let that rest, and then I'm going to go to the gym, and I'm going to fucking take on the day. Oh, it feels so good. It feels so good. I could be done for the week. I could be done for the week. I make $2,100, $2,150 in one day. I could be done for the week. I could be done for the week. I don't even need to trade the whole fucking week. See, but now going into the week, now I'm gonna trade like risk-free. I'm gonna say there's no way I can lose money. Just keep going. Even if I take a small loser tomorrow, I'm like, well, I'm still fucking up. I love it. I love trading. I fucking love trading. So, alright, we got 5 minutes left on this day. If anybody has any questions, let me know. I should be available a little bit more this week. I don't have anything. Oh, shit. Actually, I do. Tomorrow I'm supposed to meet up with a couple friends. But hopefully that doesn't last all day. That should just be a pickup. Yeah. I should have time this week. Fuck. Between going up and down from Seattle to here, oh man, it's a lot of shit. I might just fucking fly so I don't have to drive. I don't mind the drive though. The drive is really not that bad. And I kind of like stopping off at the rest stops and taking naps. I feel like a real Pacific Northwest traveler. It's funny because when I come back from Seattle, there's always like the same rest stop that I always end up getting tired at. And then I pull over, I put my back seats down in the little SUV, I have a blanket and a pillow, I take out one of my headrests to use as a pillow, and then I sleep for 15 minutes, and then I get back on the road. Oh, so fun. What a good day. It's relieving. So look at that price bouncing up here. So looking at price right now, our entry was like right here off of perp. Initial entry here off of perp. 805 gave us volume to the downside, breaking the low of the day. And then we took our exit right over here in this area. And look at price. Price right now is bouncing back up. So remember, we only take what we know. And today I was looking at this P gold zone, push down to S1 gold zone. What happens here at this gold zone, I don't know after that. But all I know is the paycheck has been made from here to here. So if you look at the entry, it's really level. Level rejection down to this level, that's 1,000 pips. Level pushing through down to this level, that's 1,000 pips. So really, it's just like a 2,000 pip movement there. That's it. Price is shooting right back up. I'm not in that. Well, because I'm Gucci. I made my money for the day. I'm not going to get back and risk anything. That's the juice strat, baby. So fucking good. Dum 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 dum. Right now, our entry was like right here off of perp. Initial entry here off of perp. 805 gave us volume to the downside, breaking the low of the day. And then we took our exit right over here in this area. And look at price. Price right now is bouncing back up. So remember, we only take what we know. And today I was looking at this P gold zone, push down to S1 gold zone. What happens here at this gold zone, I don't know after that. But all I know is
people don't even know Amex is a bank. People ask me all the time, how I get a black?
Alright guys, pulling up to 830, and look at that price shot straight back up. Wow. Right back up to perp. Somebody's manipulating shit right now. I wonder if that's the new low of the day. It's pushing us right back into the range. That's crazy. See, like, this, seeing what you guys are seeing right now, I hope you are, like, harnessing the power of the juice, right? Like, that's the way I feel. When I look at what's happening and how I see we stay safe trading with the juice, it's so powerful. Like, I feel like there's powers in my fucking hands right now. I know that sounds nuts, but it really is. Like, we were so accurate down to S1. Exit, price bounces right back up in the next two candles. You can't make this shit up. I hope you guys feel the power. Like, this is the cheat code. Like, this is how we're robbing the bank. This is really how we're robbing the bank, guys. It should feel fucking unstoppable. That's the way I feel when I fucking trade. That's why I'm confident and I trust everything that I do. Because you can't get more accurate than that. You cannot. Oh! Fuck, I'm a genius! I need to get somebody to invest in this. I need somebody to just give me $10 million. Give me $10 million, I'll give you my fucking strategy. I'll give you I'll give a portfolio. I gotta go pitch this. I need to go pitch my strategy to fucking Wall Street. Oh my god! It's fucking amazing! But then I might die. You guys might never see me again. What juice strat? That's what Wall Street's gonna say. What juice strat? Ed who? Oh, he's no longer with us. Oh, shit. Alrighty, guys. I'm GTF falling. It is 8:30 on the dot. I'm up about 21.54 for the day. Price is, I don't know. I thought price was ready to go down, but price is shooting right back up right now. And that's totally fine because I made my money on the P to S1 push. Price supported S1, so if this is a normal day, this is going to go back up to P. If this is a normal day, price just supported S1, price should go back up to P. So, let's see, I'm going to look at this throughout the day and see how price respects the gold zones. But that's beautiful. That's beautiful. So, but I would never be taking a buy. Like, looking at the movement now, maybe this current candle, maybe like 825, possibly one entry. Possibly add entries here as prices pushing up, but there would be no reason why I would be taking a random buy down over here because we'd be in a downtrend structure. So I wouldn't be taking buys until I know the downtrend structure is truly broken. The same reason why I didn't really believe it at 6:30 that it wanted to break up is the same reason right now, but it is giving good volume to the top. But I'm not entering into anything after I just took 2 racks from this day. So, alright guys, if nobody has any other questions, I'm gonna get out of here. Tuesday, we're gonna make it happen again. I'll see you guys tomorrow. Later, everybody.